that you're thanking them for spending their money with you because they don't have to spend money with you. They're spending
what's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. I Can Get You Fly TV show where you're tuning in for business after beauty school education. For the enthusiastic, ambitious student who wants to make a six-figure year income rather than a standard 20K per year, I'm your host, Stylist John. Today's episode, we're going to talk about celebrating the Now, why is it good to celebrate the greatness in other people? Well, the series that I've been talking about is go where you celebrate it. Now, why is it good to go where you celebrate it? It's good to go where you celebrate it because imagine a celebration and you invited to a party and everybody on the list, their name gets called and there's balloons and trumpets and people are celebrating you as you come to this party, right? For new stylists and stylists that are continuing to grow in the beauty industry, that's where you want to plant yourself at. You want to plant yourself in an environment where you go where you're celebrated. Why? Love is the strongest energy on the face of the planet. Can't nobody in this world or no thing in this world survive without love. Okay? And so when you love what you do and you're passionate about what you do, it's something you can do day in and day out. And so while you're developing your passion and working at your skill set and doing what you love, you got to be surrounded by people that celebrate you. Why? Because it makes you a lot better. When you are surrounded by people that celebrate you and love and care about you and care that you exist in the world, when you're doing your passion, it makes it easier for them to receive your service work. So you in the environment where you celebrated your clientele base, you're celebrating them. Why? You're celebrating them because you're thankful that they're spending their money with you. You're thankful that you have the opportunity to work on your craft and your skill set, and it's something you love to do. And people love paying generously for services, for what skill sets people have that they love what they're doing. Why? Because it shows in their work. So a client come and sit down in the chair and I'm doing my best work and I love what I do and they can feel the love coming from me and they get up out the chair and their hair is banging, right? They're happy about it. I'm celebrating my client. Why? Because this client didn't have to spend their money with me, but they chose to, and I appreciate that. And so as you celebrate your clients and you treat them right and you inform them of the correct products to use for their hair, they're going to feel well informed. They're going to feel the value of the service. And when you hand them 10 business cards and they go out to their job or their family, they're going to refer you people. Why is they going to refer you people? Well, they're going to refer you people because they felt the celebration that you was throwing for them while they was in the chair receiving the service, okay? And so when they leave your presence, they're going to go tell their friends, their family, their coworkers, girl, or my dude, hey, John got me together, and this is what he did. And boom, here go his card. You can catch him during so-and-so business hours at so-and-so time. He going to get you together. Man, he showed some love, right? When you celebrate the clients that's in your chair and you celebrate others' greatness, what happens? They feel love coming from you. They feel the love for what you do. They feel the passion for what you do. And what happens? They're going to send other people coming back to you. Why? Because people love people that are passionate about the things that they love to do. And today's episode is Celebrate Greatness. Now, why are we talking about celebrate greatness? Well, we're talking about celebrate the greatness that's in other people is because everybody have things that they're good at. Okay. And we can alleviate in the beauty industry, we can alleviate a lot of the crabs in the barrel mentality by celebrating within each individual person. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, because a comment was made a few days ago about the crabs in the barrel mentality, where there's one crab fighting to get out of the bucket, and the crab almost made it out of the bucket, but then the other crabs start trying to pull the other crab that almost made it out. And so it hit me. This is a thought process that I had for a while. Why don't, if the crab that almost made it out of the bucket and the crab behind the other crab grab the leg of the crab and the crab make himself fall over, the crabs that got his leg will start to fall over out the bucket too, and all of them can escape. And so when you celebrate the greatness that's within other people, and you celebrate what they good at, what does it do? It builds them up. And why does it build them up? Because we is mirror images of each other. So let's say I'm dope at barber cuts, and you a female stylist, and you dope at doing short hairstyles, right? And I want to learn short hairstyles, and you want to learn barber cuts. I can celebrate your greatness and be like, all right, look, check this out. Instead of us contending with one another in the shop, how about this? I would love to learn short hairstyles, and I'll teach you barber cuts, and you exchange skill sets, and you sharpen each other. So now both of y'all know how to do barber cuts, and both of y'all know how to do short hairstyles. My clientele base is going to be way different than yours. I don't got to cut into your clientele base at all. Why? Because the people that respect me and love me going to come to me. And the people that love you and respect you going to come to you. Why? Because they coming to you because they like you, or they like your skill set, or they coming to you because of how you treat them. And so the people I know, my family, friends, associates, clients that I have, gonna refer me people based on people that they know because they know me. And so with you, the people that they know, the people that you know, and your friends and family gonna refer people to you based on the people that they know, and they're gonna refer them to you. You don't gotta contend. They say that in the beauty industry, it's a lot of competition. I don't believe in competition at all. I just believe in sharpening yourself, and I believe that being the best you that you can be every single day that you go into the salon, shop, or whatever field you in the beauty field, that you just be the best you, and you create your lane. Why I say that? In my endeavors as being a barber stylist and guy in heavily female dominated areas, people had tried to put me in a lane. They tried to make me stick in a lane. Now, the way my mind always is thinking about vast information. I'm always thinking about growing. I'm always thinking about learning. I'm always thinking about getting better at everything that I do. Why? Because I want to be the best at what it is that I do. I don't believe in competition. I just believe in, if there is a competition, I believe in competition within yourself. Why? Because you got goals that you're trying to reach, right? I got a list of goals, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, goals that I'm trying to reach. And I got them written down on my wall right next to my vision board. And when I was in cosmetology school, what happened is I was so frustrated from being in the school and having all these ideas and trying to implement them and going through so much stuff. What did I do? The very first thing that I did was I said, you know what? I gotta go higher than where I'm at. And the way how I'm gonna go higher than where I'm at is I can't allow the things that are around me to dictate where I'm going. So I made a vision board. And when I made a vision board, I wrote on my vision board and said exactly where I wanted to be, exactly where I wanted to work at, exactly what I wanted to do. And I prayed every single day that I came into school. I prayed every single day. I looked in the mirror and I motivated myself, and I graduated a year ahead of its time. I was supposed to graduate in, let's say, about a year and a half, maybe a year and 6 months, and I graduated in 1 year because I was focused and I was dedicated. And I had to speak life to myself. I had to speak to my greatness on the inside of me. And I had to visualize it. When I visualized it, it allowed me to get past all of the stuff that was going on. Why? Because I was focused. And so when you develop the greatness on the inside of you, to where despite what's going on, despite the things that are going on around you, you can rise above it. That's what make you great. When you look at another stylist and you recognize the greatness that's within somebody else, that's what make them great. When your greatness and their greatness meet, all it does is build you up. Why does it build you up? Well, the reason why it builds you up is because you need to be around great people. Why do you want to be around great people? When you around great people, what happens? The things that you're trying to do get done way faster when you around great people. Why? They got an idea, you got an idea, you got a skill set, they got a skill set. You can get done large goals a whole lot faster. It's called a synergy. Look that word up, synergy. Synergy. I won't tell you the definition right now, But look that word up. What's a synergy? It's a room with a lot of energy. That's just one partial definition, but I want you to look the word up. I won't ruin it for you. Look the word up, a synergy. When you begin to celebrate the greatness within other people and they begin to celebrate your greatness and y'all got y'all skill sets for what y'all good at and y'all not fighting and contending, what happens? You begin to build. Things begin to come up. You go to a next level. You go to a higher level. As a new stylist, you wanna build your clientele. You wanna build your reputation. You wanna build and grow your skill set. You wanna build and grow your education. And as you begin to grow all these four things, you wanna build the people up that's coming up under you. Why? Because when you out in the field doing what you love to do, there's always gonna be people that's looking. It's always going to be people that's amazed at how you did something, amazed at, where you came from, amazed at, how you did it, how you got this far, and people didn't expect for you to make the people is amazed by this stuff. And so it's going to be people that's looking. There's people come up to me all the time and say, I want to be a barber, or I want to braid hair, or I want to do this. Come on over here to where I'm at. Let me help you. Come on over here to where I'm at. Let me show you. You can come over here and you can watch me for a minute and I'll help you out with some things that you don't know. Begin to mentor other people. Why? Because you help them to prepare the greatness on the inside of them. Somebody looked at me and said, hey, I see that you like to do this. Why don't you come over here where I'm at and let me help you? Okay, cool. They ain't have to. They seen the greatness that was on the inside of me and they began to celebrate it. And anytime that there's a celebration that's going on and you begin to celebrate other people, it gets bigger. Can you imagine going to a party where the people that show up is their birthday and not everybody knows it's the same, different people's birthdays, and they go into this party and they call your name and they throw you a celebration of balloons and food and music and you happy. And you look at the person behind you, you don't even know it's their birthday too, and they walk into the room and they celebrating them too. And then you celebrate and you go and say, hey, is today your birthday? They're like, yeah, today my birthday too. And y'all both is happy because it's both y'all birthdays and y'all both are just happy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. When you celebrate the greatness that's within other people, you create the type of space in the room where you create happiness, where you create loving relationships, where you create great bonds with people. You also create the type of energy in the room where things can get done quickly. If you in a room with other great thinkers, problems in the city can get solved way faster. Why? Because you in a room with other great minds. We can say, let's do this. It can be implemented in less than an hour. You can say, you know what? I know how to solve the homeless problem in St. Louis. And you around other people that want to solve the same problem. Y'all have a meeting for 1 hour. You can get done something in 1 hour that took 15 years to create. You can solve the problem in 1 hour. Why? When you celebrate the greatness that's within other people. Celebrating greatness is a character trait. Did you know that? It said there's a very wise book, and it says, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. What does that do? It creates empathy on the inside of you. And what's empathy? Empathy is an empathetic view of being able to put on. So if you just got a raise and let's say I make $9 an hour, right? Hypothetically speaking, because I make 6 figures. Okay. Let's say I make $9 an hour, right? And I meet a billionaire and he just made his first business deal, and his first business deal of this year made him $1.5 billion, right? For creating a video game, right? Let's say he made $1 million in one day for creating a video game, and Nintendo picked it up. Am I gonna be upset with him because he was a great thinker and made a video game and Nintendo picked it up and he made $1 million in one day? No, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm gonna rejoice with him. Why? Because that's great news. Why is that great news? That's great news because You know, it took a great mind to create a video game console and sell it to Nintendo. Why I'm gonna be happy for him? Because I want to see him thrive. Why? Because when more people thrive in the community, there's less poverty. When there's less poverty, people can do more. Poverty is created. Poverty is a mindset. You know, you don't have to be in poverty. Why? Get up, work hard, save your money, begin to invest your money in things that you own. Poverty is lack of ownership. Poverty is lack of investing money or knowing how money works, or knowing how to invest your resources correctly and using the resource as a tool to build. You want to build. Celebrate the greatness that's within other people. Why do you want to celebrate the greatness that's within other people? Because everybody got skills that God gave them that make them great. Everybody got skills on the inside of them that only they can do. And when you recognize the skill set that's within side of another person that's good for what they know how to do, and you begin to celebrate it, you begin to get energized. Anytime you thankful for something, let's say it's a can of beans, right? You don't have no food, but it's a can of beans. You can be upset about it, or you can be thankful for the fact that you got a can of beans and you ain't have nothing to eat. When you begin to be thankful for the little things, you begin to get energized. Thankfulness creates energy. And celebrating greatness is a form of being thankful. You thankful for the gift that this other person have. You're thankful for the gift that you have. You are respecting it. You are respecting the environment that you in. And anytime that you create an environment like that, they begin to thrive. They begin to get bigger. They begin to get stronger. It's like a muscle. When you neglect your muscles, what happens? They begin to shrink. When you don't begin to use it, they begin to decline. But when you begin to build up your muscle, when you begin to work out every day, when you begin to lift every day, what happens? They get bigger. Why? Because you become disciplined. Celebrating the greatness within others is a business discipline that you want to definitely work on as a new stylist, or as a business entrepreneur, or just a student or mentor. I mean, a mentee or a student that's learning. You want to be able to celebrate the greatness in the person you learning from. Why? Because they took you under the wing. Why they take you under the wing? Because they seen your potential and they want to help you get to where you want to go. Sometimes people can see your potential and pull you out of where you at and say, come with me. I'm going to make you great. If Moses had never seen Joshua and seen the potential in Joshua, Joshua would have never made it to the promised land. Celebrate the greatness that's within inside of other people. Always constantly be waving your right hand. Hey, how you doing? My name is so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm a stylist. I'm a braider. I'm a natural hairstylist. These are the skill sets that I have. Here's my business card. If you would like your haircut and style, check out my website, www.stylistjohn.webs.com, or you can book me on StyleSeat at www.styleseat.com/stylistjohn2. Always be waving. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, how you doing today? Hey, how you doing today? And with this left hand, I pass off 40 business cards a day. There's not a day where I'm not passing off business cards, letting people know what it is that I do. Why? When you're creating your clientele base, you definitely want to make sure that the people that's with you, that already is familiar with you, that they stick with you. Why? Because they like you. They like how you service them. They like the craft that you in. They respect the relationship that you have. But by waving constantly and passing off 40 business cards daily, what's it doing? If you imagine a faucet pouring into a cup, and you cut the faucet off, and there's only a drip, the drip is your regular clientele base. But when you begin to wave and let people know what it is you're doing and go out and promote yourself and pass your cards out, it's like turning the faucet on. It's keeping your clientele regular, because sometimes people don't come back for a while. Sometimes Things happen where they might have moved, they might have lost contact with you, their cell phone number might have changed. However, by continuing to implement passing your cars out 40 a day, what happens? Your clientele base keeps getting larger. It keeps getting larger. It keeps getting larger. It keeps getting larger. It's building. It's building. And the main thing that you want to do as a new stylist fresh out of school, you want to build. You want to build and not tear down. You want to build up your clientele base. You want to build up your reputation. You want to build up your skill set, and you want to build up your education. And all while you're doing these four things, you definitely want to make sure you celebrate the greatness that's within yourself. You want to celebrate the greatness that's around you, and you want to celebrate the greatness for other people. Celebrate the greatness within other people. Love always begets love. It never fails. Love always begets love. And while you're working on celebrating the greatness of other people, you want to rebuild your credit. There are programs that will help you to rebuild and repair your credit. Justine Peterson, they have credit rebuilding, credit repair programs. You definitely want to look into that organization, www.justinepeterson.com. And if you are a government employee and you fell on hard times because of the government shutdown and you need assistance with maintaining your daily hygiene in reference to your haircut or your hairstyle, inbox me. I would love to assist you. Okay, I got discounts for government employees that's going through the economic shutdown. I understand it's hard to pay your bills when your check ain't came in. I definitely understand that. Give me a call a day and service you guys to make sure that you guys are well taken care of. On the very first Monday of every month, I participate with other barbers and stylists in Cuts and Conversation. And what's Cuts and Conversation? Cuts and Conversation is a service project that is designed to assist young men ages 15 and under, or excuse me, children ages 15. It could be young men or young women ages 15 and under with maintaining their hair. When I was in elementary and middle school, it would be people that would get flamed for having, certain hairstyles or the lack of maintaining their look. What this does in the community for individuals that may not have it or maybe going through a rough time, what this does is it helps to build the esteem of the child that's going to school. It cuts down joning. It cuts down wrong type of interactions happening amongst the students. And you feel a whole lot better about yourself when your hair is cut and styled. Why? Because sometimes children can be uh, uh, mean to one another. Sometimes they can say wrong things to one another out of lack of understanding for what's going on with a person, family, or different things that's going on. And when you begin to help other people, what happens? They feel the love coming from you. Boom, they feel good about themselves when they hop out the chair. You can provide a word of wisdom that's going to assist them with moving forward in their elementary, middle school, or high school, teenage education to help them become a productive citizen. And in a barbershop, conversation rule the nation. When you're communicating with people and you giving them a word of wisdom, a lot of men, we get a lot of wisdom from being in the barbershop talking. This is how you handle this situation, or have you thought about doing this? There's a lot of wise words in hair salons and barbershops. And Cuts and Conversations is a great community service project to help provide a great quality service to a teen 15 and under, or child 15 and under, and have a great conversation about life, real world conversation. And I'm a mentor. a lot of young guys come up and be like, "Hey, I want to be a barber." Okay, no problem. I don't mind showing you the ropes. I don't mind showing you a few things. I don't mind giving you wisdom and insight to develop and be the best you that you can be. You know, we all need a little bit of wisdom and understanding in order for us to go and do certain things. My Uncle Howard used to tell me when I was in elementary school, John, if you want to do something, you got to go in the environment where it's at. So how are you going to learn if you're not in the environment? You can be in the environment, but not of the environment. And you can go back into your environment and change your environment. You can be in your environment, but not of your environment. And you can go back into your environment and change your environment. And so that's what we are. We are world changers. Okay. Definitely want to end homelessness. Uh, in the barber beauty industry, I've serviced quite a few homeless individuals. Whenever they come in and they may have a lack of resources or lack of job, and once they leave with a great quality haircut, you can't even tell that they was homeless. With a fresh shower and a new shirt change, you know, I believe like a lot of homeless individuals once their hygiene is well cared for and they have a plate of food, you can't even tell that they're homeless. Just remove the baggage. You know, sometimes we have emotional baggage and things that happen to us that kind of knock off our square. Okay, and I definitely want to help end homelessness. Why? The reason why I want to help end homelessness is because I worked in a church that fed the homeless, and I was a leader inside of the church that fed the homeless. And from Olive all the way down to Tucker, down where the 7-Eleven is, it used to be a line of 300 people every single day waiting for 3 square meals a day, waiting to get into the church in order to sit down, have a place to rest, play games, and do various different things. And I became very compassionate about the people. Why? Because I began to identify, at any given time with this government shutdown, thousands of people could be homeless. Thousands of people could be without food. Thousands of people could be without clothes. In a war, the very first things that get affected is food, water, and shelter. And no need to live. Food to put in your stomach so you're not starving. Water. Your body is composed of 85 to 90% water, and shelter. A place for you to rest your head where you have stability. If you're going to be anything in life, you need those 3 things first. And in their situation, those 3 things have become affected. With this government shutdown, there's a lot of people whose food, water, and shelter have been affected because of their lack of pay. And so right now is a great time for us to come together as a community and begin to build structures, things set in place to prevent that for other people. Can you imagine? We already have a homeless problem, but because of the economic shutdown that's going on, now there's going to be thousands of people that's going to be homeless because the government decided that they want to shut down the public housing project funds and HUD funds for individuals in government housing. So we need to come up with solutions. I have some. We need to come up with solutions that's going to help support those individuals, because that could be your mom, your sister, your brother, your auntie, or even you in that situation. And with a little bit of help, what does it do? It begins to take the stress and slack off of the problem, and you begin to solve the problem. It becomes a daily thing. And you want to be an eagle. Why is it good to be an eagle? Eagles dream and think and act on a whole nother level. And learn no weapon. If you would like to donate, slash about us and book your appointment with who wants to make a 6-figure year income rather than a standard 20K per year. I'm your host. Thank you for our TV show, and have a great rest of your day. Why? Because it helps you to build up an environment. You want to build up your skills. You want to build up the people that are around you.